What He has in store for you is far greater than your expectations, and as such, trust and believe in Him. Your weakest moments might be that time that you are fighting a particular temptation in your life. Maybe a seduction, for instance. You might have tried to run away, but it is as though your legs can no longer carry you. Yet God will make a way of escape for you. Joseph was once in that state, faced with sexual temptation from the wife of his master, Potiphar. However, because he feared God, God granted him the strength to resist and run away, and such could not have been done by his power alone. Just imagine how good it might have seemed at that moment to have everything, including his master's wife, under his possession and control. As such, when you find yourself in that state, even when your flesh wants to cave in, all you have to do is call upon God's name. He will be swift to grant you the strength to do what is right. Peradventure, your dreams and visions are not visible enough. The once upon a time clear visions and burning passions you started with is fading day by day, and you are confused about a lot of things. You have used all the strategies you know, and still, nothing seems to change. All the knowledge you acquired are not yielding any results, and everything you do seems like wasted effort. Because of that, you feel helpless and weak, and maybe you are thinking of giving up because you lack the strength to continue. But the good news is, God is coming through for you. He will make a way for you even when you are at your weakest. Do not lose focus and determination, because strength is multiplied and a new way is created for you. It is possible that you are battling with a particular ailment, and the doctors have told you that you have a 50-50 chance of surviving. All hopes of living have suddenly been dashed, and you have spent so much on treatment and hospital bills. You may also have financial challenges. Family and friends are getting tired already, and you are thinking of giving up because you can no longer take it anymore. It is as though your faith is dead, and so every other thing around you. Maybe you have prayed and prayed, and it looks as though God has forgotten you. That is not true. He has heard even the little whispers from your heart, and He is strengthening you. What you are going through is just for a moment, and God will make a way for you. Your strength shall be renewed. Your sound mind and health shall be restored, and you shall testify to the glory of God in the land of the living, and all those that hear it shall rejoice with you. Never again will your name be mentioned and tagged with a certain ailment. Our weak moments can catch us at different stages, but the common factor is that it leaves one vulnerable, and if care is not taken, the devil can capitalize on these moments. Yours may be that you have become a sort of liability to your family and friends, and they treat you as such. It may be getting to you, and the temptation to do whatever it takes to become self-reliant is beginning to mount on you. This is a moment of weakness and can otherwise be described as a trying period in your life. No matter who you turn to for help, nothing seems to be forthcoming, but you should know that this is the nature of man. When you put your trust in man, you will be disappointed, because even the best of men is subject to error and can fail you. But great is the joy of one whose trust and hope is in the Lord. The Lord shall make a way for you, even in your weakest moments. He will make doors open for you. Just when you think it is over, you will see things turning around in your favor. David is one man in the Bible that the Lord helped so mightily. David was running and hiding from one cave to another because King Saul was after his life. But one very phenomenal thing about David is that he loved and feared God. When he is super excited, he dances and praises the Lord. When he is in his weakest moments, he still calls upon the Lord, and throughout his life, God always came through. God always strengthened him and made way for him even through those difficult moments. The Bible said, all that were depressed and frustrated went to him, and he became their leader, such that his army became like the army of the Lord. He had to himself 30 mighty men who would give up their lives for him. David earned the title, a man after God's heart. If God could do it for David, then He can do it for you. He has done it for others. And He is still in the business of making way for anyone, even in their weakest moments. Yours is not an exception. He will make way for you. He will strengthen you at your weakest moments. And you are coming out strong and in triumph. God does not leave His children helpless. He carries them and covers them with His wings to ensure that they do not become prey to the wicked one. You might be weak, but God is strong. Depend on Him. Trust Him to see you through. Maybe it looks as though your life is not moving forward. You are so discouraged that you find it difficult to pray because, in your opinion, God has forsaken you. But God is a way maker. He is ever ready to make a way even in your weakest moment that you feel all hope is dashed. God will come through for you and grant you speed and accuracy in that which you are doing. Lazarus was dead for 4 days. All hope was lost. His sisters cried and wished Jesus was around to heal him when he was sick. They mourned him, and it could be said that they were in their weakest moments during those 4 days. Yet God came through for them even where it seemed nothing could be done. If your situation seems dead, God can and will restore it. There was a time when the famine in Israel was so severe that people had already started killing their children to eat. The whole nation was at their weakest moment because even the king could not help them. The king was in dismay, and he ordered for the head of Prophet Elisha to be brought to him. But just then the word of the Lord came to the king and to the entire nation that by the following day an end will come to the famine, as there would be surplus and more than enough food for everyone. It sounded so unbelievable that the servant of the king challenged what was said, but because God is the way maker and with Him nothing is impossible, it came to pass just as it was spoken by the servant of God. Are you struggling with one thing that is making you cry secretly? Things that you find difficult to share, even the closest person to you? It is nothing to be ashamed of, because even the strongest of men go through these periods. While you might not be able to draw strength from within, remember that God is an ever-present help in time of trouble. Even in your weakest moment, He will make a way. He already sent out the invitation to you that you should come to Him if you are labored and heavy laden. He will give you rest. What are you waiting for?